Okay, the NRL continue to block Anthony Milford's return to the game, or even training for that matter. What is the hesitation here?
I'm going to go again.
Go again, mate. Yeah.
Once again, Anthony Milford has not been paid since November. Okay, let's go through what happened here. He signed a contract with South in August. They failed to register it because they put it in the drawer and forgot about it. An incident happened in September where he was charged with three assault charges, which have all since been dismissed in court. Dismissed, okay? Then what happened? South flew Milford down, got him to pack his gear, they paid for his removals, hired him a car, and then a week or 2 weeks into the shift down into the South, they realised hadn't registered the contract, at which point he'd already had the incident occur. So then what happens is the NRL won't register it. So South go, we're not going to pay you. So he hasn't been paid.
But why would you pay someone who's not registered and someone who's put himself in a position?
They'd already acknowledged, Buzz. They'd already acted like the contract had been enacted. Through no fault of Anthony Milford's, South failed to register the contract.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't pay a player if he's not under contract. Well, you've got me there that he signed the contract, but it wasn't registered.
He did sign the contract.
The bottom line is, he put himself in a position that night. There is CCTV footage. There was an agreed statement of facts that he behaved appallingly that night. Now,
it's not the
NRL are not going to give him a life ban. What the NRL wants is for his manager, Sam Ayub, and the player to make their way into Moore Park, to meet with Andrew Abdo, to present their case for being included again in the competition. They also want him to do a program, Kenty, on...
OK, Buzz, I get all that. OK, I get all that. And again, OK, there are elements of what happened that night that you can't condone. I get that. I get that, OK? But we're talking about punishment. We're talking about a guy who's not been paid since November. The NRL, he got cleared in court this week. He pleaded guilty to throwing a rubbish bin that smashed a window. But as far as the 3 charges for assault, they were all dismissed.
While the charges are dismissed, there was enough on that footage, and I haven't seen the footage, but people and the source at the NRL tell me there was still footage there that is of concern to them.
The footage must be bad. If he was cleared by police and the court, if he's cleared, but the NRL are still holding him back...
You know what's got to happen from here, Kenty? That the player and his manager need to ring the NRL. They need to go down there and say, we want to sign with Newcastle. How do we do it?
OK, let me put this to you then. It is now April.
Yep.
They've had the vision, the NRL. OK, they've had the vision.
And that's why they haven't registered him.
They were caught on the hop that the court case ended so quickly. Why have they waited 6 months where this guy, not only has he been impacted, his family has as well. His wife and 2 children are living in a bedroom of his parents' house. Yeah. OK?
I think Kenty, I have an issue with that because this guy has been on $1 million a year for 4 years. And I understand he's got...
It's not our responsibility how he spends his money.
Well, it's not our responsibility, but it's his responsibility to spend his money wisely. And if he's frittered away, I don't know where his money's gone. Can you tell me where his money's gone?
Reedy, and I'm not here to defend Anthony Milford, but he's been overly generous with his family and made sure...
Well, maybe it's time his family go back to him and helped him through this time. I suppose they are.
OK,
listen, Kenty, I disagree that I think he should be allowed to train. I don't think it's right that he's not allowed to train at the moment. I think that's fair. Jack de Belin trained for 2 years while he was facing assault charges. So he should be allowed to train. That's wrong. He's not allowed to train.
And why, if he has to go through a course, why wasn't he put through the course for the past 6 months where he's done nothing? Well, why wasn't he asked to go through it then? OK? Why didn't all these protocols be put in place that by the time the court found him guilty, which was always not guilty, which was always the tip, he would be ready to go? He's already missed... This will be his 6 weeks... 6 weeks of games. So that's 6 weeks he's already coughed. He's lost $150,000 in wages. $150,000 lost in wages. And the NRL, instead of saying, you know what, you've lost 150, you've missed 6 weeks, you're right to play from this week on, they're going to now bring in a penalty at the end of it all that's got to go on top of all that.
I don't know if they're going to bring in a penalty, but I think they'd like to see his... Well,
to be fair, he's already faced a penalty, Buzz, because the court case is over and they're not letting him back. So he's already faced a penalty from the NRL.
The manager...
Why couldn't you do that 3 months ago?
Because it was still before the courts, Kenty. Why did the
conversation?
prosecution or the judge take so long to drop the charge?
Because of COVID, the floods up there. That's what affected all that.
Kenny, I spoke to Clint Newton today, the Players Union boss, and he said this is an issue for him. The fact that it basically all starts again. The court case is over, and now the NRL reviews it and looks at it. And he's saying it should,
and
like you, he said it should run. The
NRL are planning to penalise him, and I spoke to the NRL, I'll say, and I said to them, is there a chance he will not play again this season? They said, yet to be reviewed, yet to be decided. I said, well, if he faces a penalty, he's got to be registered by August 1 because he still has that.
I reckon he could be back by June 30.
I think at least he should be training. Again, it's this guilty until proven innocent with the NRL that we just, I know we've got to do it in some circumstances.
This should
but you've
all
got to
be dealt with.
Unless this footage is horrendous.
Well, why doesn't
unless it's horrendous.
Look, if his manager wanted his back, why doesn't he show us the footage? If it's not that
He's
bad.
not allowed to show it, Buzz.
Why? It's been shown in the court.
I know it has, and I know, and for some reason, and every media outlet's been trying to get it, and the courts have denied it.
All right. It's good to see you two going back at it again this week.